My name is Margaret Collins. I am 79 years old. I live with my only son, David, and his wife, Emma. Life wasn't always difficult. After my husband passed away, David took good care of me. He purchased my medication. Sometimes he would cook meals. He always asked if I was feeling well. I felt content. I truly believed I would never be by myself. I remember the first week after my husband's death. David would wake up early to prepare tea. He always made sure I had breakfast. In the evenings, he would sit with me. He'd ask about my day. I felt secure and cherished. But gradually, things started to shift. David began arriving home late. Initially, I assumed he was simply exhausted. He would enter silently, his shoulders drooping. He would sit for just a few moments. Then he would leave the room. "How was your day, David?" I would ask. "It was fine, Mother," he replied. Emma started to complain more frequently. "We cannot afford everything, David," she'd say. "The groceries, the utility bills, your mother's medicine. It's just too much." David would rub his forehead. "I know, Emma. We'll manage," he'd respond. I often overheard them arguing in the kitchen. I attempted to ignore it, but I could hear every single word. "You spoil her excessively," Emma stated angrily. "She is my mother. I will not abandon her," David countered. "I'm not speaking to you," Emma retorted. "I am speaking to reality." I clutched my blanket tightly and remained silent. I didn't wish to be a burden. Some nights I lay awake, listening to their arguments and footsteps. The house seemed colder. Days went by. Emma spoke to me less and less. When she did, it was usually an order or a grievance. David stopped inquiring about my day. He no longer sat. I ate my meals by myself. My hands would tremble. Some mornings I attempted to pour tea. My hands shook so much, some tea spilled on the table. Emma sighed loudly from the kitchen. I froze in place, pretending as if nothing had occurred. Some evenings I slowly walked to the kitchen with my cane, just to get some water. David would walk past me without a single word. I felt completely invisible. I wanted to say something. "David, can we talk?" I whispered softly. He looked at me, then shook his head. "I am busy, Mother," he stated, and walked away. One evening, I was in my room, pretending to read. I overheard them conversing in the kitchen. Emma's voice was clear. "We cannot keep her indefinitely. The medicine, the food, it's too much. One day we will have to place her somewhere." David's voice was quiet. "I know, Emma. I will come up with a solution," he said. My heart sank with dread. A chilling fear spread throughout my body. Could they truly abandon me? I wanted to speak up, but I couldn't. I remembered David's tiny hands holding mine when he was a little boy. I recalled his gentle voice. He wouldn't allow this to happen, I thought. He is my son. He will protect me. I remained silent. I trusted him implicitly. Life grew increasingly difficult. Emma served me food without uttering a word. She would frown if I accidentally dropped something. David stopped assisting me altogether. My legs felt very weak. I needed assistance to get up from my chair. Some mornings I couldn't even walk to the bathroom, not without leaning heavily on the walls. Then one morning, I couldn't get up at all. A fever burned intensely in my head. I softly called for water. No one appeared for a long time. When David finally came in, he seemed worried, yet agitated. He gave me a small amount of water. Emma stood silently behind him, her expression cold. That night, I heard them arguing once more. "We cannot spend more money on doctors," Emma yelled. "Tomorrow, we are taking her out." I understood what she meant. My heart shattered into pieces. I was too weak to utter a single word. The following night, David helped me into the car. He told me, "Mother, we are going for a drive. You will feel much better," he promised. I desperately wanted to believe him. I trusted him entirely. The car drove far beyond the town, past all the familiar streets. Darkness enveloped the road. Eventually, it halted in a deserted, silent area. I couldn't see very clearly. Emma said, "Let's go." David helped me out of the car, and then he laid me down on the ground. My legs were unable to move. My breathing was labored. He placed a thin blanket over me, but he avoided looking at my face. "David, please," I whispered faintly. He offered no response. They both returned to the car. The sound of the engine faded, becoming softer and softer until it vanished completely. I was utterly alone. The night air was freezing. My body trembled beneath the thin blanket. I tried to call for help, but my voice was too weak. My hands shook uncontrollably when I attempted to move. I remained awake throughout the long, dark night. The ground was unforgivingly hard. The air was bitterly cold. I heard only the buzzing of insects and the whistling wind. In the morning, I heard approaching footsteps. A man's voice called out, "Ma'am, are you okay?" I slowly opened my eyes. A tall man bent down to me. He offered me water from his bottle. Then he quickly pulled out his phone. "Don't worry," he reassured me. "I'm calling the police right now." "911, what's your emergency?" he said into the phone. Soon, police officers arrived. They gently lifted me and transported me to the hospital. I remained in the hospital for several days. Gradually, my health improved. The police questioned me about my family. I recounted everything to them, but I didn't want David to be punished. Despite everything, I still loved him. Once I regained my strength, they took me to an old age home. Initially, I felt scared. I feared I would be isolated once more. However, there I met other people like myself. Some were laughing joyfully. Some were knitting sweaters. Others were playing cards. Slowly, I began to join them. I met a woman named Rose. She loved to sing old songs. I also met Henry. He was always telling amusing jokes. We all became good friends. One afternoon, Rose suggested, "Come on, Margaret, let's sing." I chuckled softly. "I haven't sung in such a long time," I replied. "Then today we sing," she insisted. So I sang along. My heart felt a comforting warmth. I felt truly alive once more. I walked leisurely through the garden, feeling the gentle sun on my face. I chatted with friends, shared stories, and laughed softly. For the first time in many years, I felt a sense of belonging. Sometimes I still think about David. I pray for him. A mother's heart never truly stops loving, but I have stopped waiting for him to return. In this new home, I discovered people who genuinely care. I found love among strangers who became my new family. My life didn't end the day I was abandoned. Instead, it began anew. Even at 79 years old, I can confidently say this: I am not alone anymore. If you found this story meaningful, please share this video and the Daily English Story channel with your friends and family. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories.